Want to migrate images from one SharePoint list to another, and that too without hassle? Watch me break it down step by step using Power Automate. Hey everyone, I'm Vinay, and today I'm going to show you just how easy it is to migrate images from one SharePoint list to another using Power Automate. Whether you are a beginner or a pro, stick with me and I'll walk you through with each and every step. So let's get started. Here for this scenario, what I've taken is I've taken two SharePoint lists. The first list is this, which is in this SharePoint site, that is VK solution, and this is my list, table, ticket, advance. In this list, I have these columns, as you can see: title, department, comment, description, status, priority, date created, date closed, ID, so many columns, right? But we have very special image type column. Now, see, migrating other columns is very easy, but migrating attachment and image type column is very complex when you are working with the flows. And if you are working in a project where you want to migrate from one SharePoint list to another, you might be facing some difficulties, right? So that is what we are breaking down in this session, correct? So these are all the columns. Now let me just show you the same list. The schema is just the same. Schema means all the columns are just the same here, right? As you can see. The name of the table is just the same, but this is in different SharePoint site, right? And this we are going to achieve using Power Automate. Okay, so this tool we are going to use to achieve this scenario, right? Before I continue with this video, I would like to thank you all guys for supporting my channel, and today we are a family of 7,000 members. Okay, so thank you so much for that. I have two big announcement as well. So recently I'm excited to share that I created my own website as well. So you people can go up here. Now in this website, what I'm going to show you, what I'm going to post, basically I'm going to post amazing stuff on Power Platform, majorly on these Power Apps and Power Automate initially, but later on I'm planning to do more posts on Copilot, Power Pages, etc. as well. So you can see these are the posts. If you are interested, you can read these posts. Amazing, right? So this is my domain name. As you can see, lastminutecoders.in. So you guys can go and definitely share some feedback. If you'll give me the feedbacks, I'll definitely improve this website. So as you can see up here, client side pagination I have shown up here. So very detailed explanation. It's really good. Correct. Another announcement is that I have launched my course on Udemy. So a lot of you requested for a course, and in just 2-3 days I got a really good response. At least 12 of you have already enrolled to this amazing course. So thank you so much for that. Right. So this is the course. This course is really amazing. Believe me, it's really amazing. I put my heart and soul while making this course, right? So this course is really, really amazing. The link for the course is in the description. If you are interested in learning Power Apps Canvas app from me, just enroll it. This course is really amazing. Now let's head over to our to this video, right? Let's not let's not get distracted. Okay, so how we are going to migrate? For that we will create a flow, correct? So here what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on new flow. Right, so this flow is going to be instant cloud flow. It's a button click flow basically. You can make automated cloud flow as well, scheduled also, but in my case I want it to be a button click flow. Okay, so here I'll say migrate image type data from one SP to another. Okay, SP means SharePoint. So my major task is to migrate image type of data, but I'll show you how to migrate person type, attachments, text, number, date, all the columns, okay? See, other columns are very easy. If you are familiar with Power Automate, I know you people might have already know how to migrate that. But image is something which you will not find, at least to this point of time. I'm making this video, it's 19th July 2025. I didn't find any video on this, and when I faced this challenge to migrate the data from one SharePoint list to another, it was very difficult initially, right? Because there was no proper content on this. So that is the biggest reason for me to create a video on this. Okay, so let's start this video. So initially what I'm doing is I'm taking a manual trigger. So nothing we have to do up here. Now I'll click on add a new step. First of all, we have to get the data from this SharePoint list. How do we get data? So there is a connector known as get items. Okay, either you can use this get items, or what is the another action? If I'll ask you, the another action that you can use is HTTP action of SharePoint. So this is send an HTTP request to SharePoint. Both of the actions are really good, but I would prefer you to use the second one. Okay, but let's start with the first one. It's very simple. We have to give the site address. So you will click up here, right? And let's wait, it will display the site names up here. So what is my site? So the site here is VK Solution. From VK Solution, I have to migrate to practice team, right? So here, firstly, I'll get the data from VK Solution. So here, I'll select this VK Solution. What is my list name? My list name is this table ticket advanced. So I'll select table ticket advanced from up here. All right. So let's select this table ticket advance. Okay. If I'm not able to find it, I'll search for ticket, and here we go. Okay. Once we have done this, see, if your table has more than 100 record, what you have to do is you have to click on this three dots. You have to go to the settings. You have to enable pagination. In threshold, you have to write 5,000. Okay. So this is, if your table has more than 100 record, this step you have to do. Okay. Go to the settings, enable pagination, and write 5,000. Otherwise, it will only work for first 100 records. Okay. Same thing. How do we get data using send an HTTP request to SharePoint? Here again, you have to select the site address first. It's just like the way we selected in get items action. Okay. But see, if we want to get the data from the list, the method should be get. Here we are calling an API. Here we are calling an API, but this is a little bit low code, no code. And this here we just have to write, write an API link up here. Okay. So it's known as URI. So what are we going to write up here? So we are going to write _API /web/list/ get by title. Either you can use get by title, or you can use get by ID also. I can use get by title only, and within single quote I have to give the name of this SharePoint list. See this name. Okay, just copy this name from your SharePoint list, go to your Power Automate, and just paste within single quotes. So let me zoom it a bit so that you guys should not miss anything. So it is /API /web/list/ get by title. Within the within this parenthesis, single quote, I have written table. I have written my list name. In your case, it could be different. Okay. In your case, it could be different. Then you have to write /items, because I want the items from this list. These are the items. 1 item, 2 item, 3 items. So more than 1 item is known as items. Okay. Items, rows, records, all are same. Now in bracket, see, till here it's fine. We just want to get items. Then we can give parameter. See, similarly, we have pagination up here, right? Pagination up here, and we are getting like 5,000 at a time. So what we can do is same thing we can do, like add up here and top is equal to 5,000. Okay, this is very, very, very important. Okay, this is very important. Next thing is, if you'll ask me, hey Vinay, what to do next? Till now, just keep it here. I'll explain you. Okay. And let us test both these controls. Okay. Both these actions, I will say. Okay. So I will save my flow and I will test it. Okay. So how do we test? First of all, we have to save. So currently it is saving, as you can see up here. Right. Once it is saved, what I'll do is I'll hit on this test and test this flow. Alright. So this flow has been saved. It's saying one warning because see, unless we give any OData filter, right? So filter is very important. See, it is saying why you are bringing all the data. It's not understanding that my data is less. Here the data could be more than 5,000 also, right? But it can only bring 5,000 here and here. So it's saying it's better if you filter your data so that you only bring the data that you want, unless you want the whole data. But here I want the whole data, right? So I'll hit on this test, click on this manual and hit on test again. And then see, it will ask me to give permission to SharePoint since this is the connector that I'm using. So I'll give the permission. I'll say continue and I'll hit on run flow. So once I do that, this flow will trigger, and I don't think there is any problem with this flow, so it will run without any issue. So let us wait and let us see the status of this flow. So it's saying your flow ran successfully. That means our flow doesn't have any error. So let us see what does this get item got us, right? So if you will see this is our API data, right? This data is in JSON. If I click up here, if I click on this pretty print, so just see this within body, within value, we are getting our data, right? This is this data, the data that we have up here, right? So I have 4 rows, so 4 rows data is coming up here, which is good, right? Now I just want to show you, see this HTTP request also bring me the data. If I click on show raw output, so you can see header ko you can ignore, but see within the body D results, the same data I'm getting up here. See, this is the same data in detail I'm getting up here. I'm getting more detail than this. Okay. So sometimes we can have a little bit problem when we use this get items. Some columns this may not recognize, like image type column, attachment column, or your person type column. So it's always better to use the send an HTTP request. Here we have more control over the APIs. Okay. But for this use case, for just for the sake of simplicity, I'm going to use both, but I'm going to start with this get items. Okay. So this one, I'm not going to delete, but I'm going to copy. How do we copy? So click on this 3 dots, click on this copy to my clipboard. And then what I can do is I can delete. Okay. Then I can delete. So see, I use this get item to get all the item from this list. Okay. So get item will get me the items, but see, it will not get me this attachments. Okay, if you will see up here also, if I'll press Ctrl F and if I'll search for attachment, so you will see it is saying has attachment. It is showing me that it has attachment, but it is not showing me what is the attachment, right? And now what is my column name? Attachments. So attachments is actually not here. Okay, has attachment is there, but attachments is not here. Okay. That I can show you also. See, has attachment is there, but attachments is not here. Now let us see whether it has this column, that is issue image. So let me search this issue image, and this issue image column is nowhere to be found. See, it's saying 0. So it's not even bringing me the image type column. So this is the problem when we use this get item. So that is the biggest reason that you cannot migrate. Now if you will think, hey Vinay, why not just try, right? Just create an action called add items or create items, whatever it is called. So I think it is called add or create item, right? So I'll click on create item. Now where I want to create item from this list, I want to migrate here, right? So I will select this SharePoint site this time. So I'll click up here, site address pe I'll select practice team. So let us wait. Here it is, and the list name is again the same, that is table ticket advance. So I'll select that table ticket advance. Well and good. Once I do that, all the columns will display up here. So let us wait, and as you can see, all the columns are coming, right? Now I just have to map title ko I will map with the title that I'm getting from this get items, and as soon as I'll do that, what you will see is it will go into a loop. Why it is going into a loop? See, at a time it will create a single row, but how many rows we have up here? We have 4 rows. So that is why for each and every row we have to loop first, second, third, fourth. So that is why it automatically has gone into loop. And if I hover over this value, right, which it automatically created. So it is saying get item body / value. So it is coming from here, from this action. Okay. Now it's very simple. Index ID, I'll select index ID. Department value, department is a choice type column. So you have to click on this down arrow. You have to click on this enter custom value. So just wait, it is loading, it will load. Do not select anyone from this, just click on enter custom value and then select department value. Do not select department. Okay, I think department will also be here, but do not select department. You have to select department value. Okay, for choice type. And this comment is a multi-line column. So again, I'll select comment only. It's very simple. Description is also multi-line, so no worries here. But again, see, status is a choice type. So again, you have to click up here, enter custom value, and then again, status value you have to select. Priority is also a choice type column. Again, the same thing. You will go up here and you will select priority value. Date created, date type column, text type column, number type column are very similar. So directly you will select, okay, date created, date close. Okay, now this is person type column assigned to claims. It is written claims, right? You will click on this drop down, click on enter custom value. You will search for assigned and it is written assigned to claim. Do not map it with assigned to or assigned to display name or any of these. You have to map it with claims, then only it will work. Okay, cost of work, it is a number type column. So again, I'll go up here and I'll click on this cost of work. See, no error. This one you can ignore. But where is our attachment column? Where is our image type column? Why it is not showing that? Why it is not showing issue image? Why it is not showing attachment? So this is the problem, right? This is the issue up here. It will never display attachment in this up here. Okay. So this will create the record in this table, but without attachment and without images. So let us test this out. So I'm going to save this flow and I'm going to test whether the data, apart from this attachment and issue image, whether other data is being migrated or not from this list to this list. Okay, let us test that first. So I'll click on this test and I'll hit on this test icon. Okay, and then I'll click on run flow. So this time it will not ask me to authenticate, since I am using SharePoint connector only, so it will not ask me again to authenticate SharePoint connector or give permission. Okay, so I hit on run, and as you can see up here, the flow is running. This time it will take a little bit time because there are four rows I'm creating in the new list, right? So it took around 2 seconds. So you can see it created 4 records. So let me go in my practice team and let me see whether it created or not. So see, it did created these records, right? As you can see, these records were up here. They also got created up here. Well and good, right? All the columns I can see apart from this attachment and issue image, right? Person type column is coming, number type column is coming, right? Even this date type column is coming, choice type column, everything is coming. Okay, so I'm going to delete these 4 as of now. Again, I'm going to migrate, but this time with image, with attachment. So this is where our learning will begin. Okay, so how do we start with this, right? See, create item is fine. Create item is fine. But see, once we have created item, well and good. This flow or this loop, you can say creating records in target list. So this one we call it as source list, from where we are migrating, and where the data will go, that will be known as target list. Okay, so creating a record in target list, but without image and attachments. Okay, so this is the name. I know the problem with the name is because I use that brackets and all. Okay, so that was the problem. Okay, so I'll say again, creating records in target list without attachment and image. Okay, so simple name I'll give so that I will also know what I'm doing up here. Okay, in the next step, I'll click on this new step. This time I'll get the attachment. Let me just tell you one thing. Okay, if you create a new item up here, if you'll not even give let me add it like this by clicking on this grid view. So here I'm gonna create a new item. Okay, new item I'm gonna create. See, if I'll add an attachment or add an image, for example, I add this image. If I'll click on upload, there is a problem. It's saying validating this data. So let me attach another image. So this one I'm gonna attach. Okay, so this one was giving me error, but see, I attached this image. Okay, and in title, let me give, let's say, test. Okay, so this is done. This card changes. Okay, it gave me some issue, so let me try it again. So I'll go up here, add an image, and again I'm gonna select this image. So there was a problem validating. So I think there is some column which is mandatory, I guess. So let me write test. Let me select something. Let me again write test here. Select something from here. Select something from here. Description, I don't think that is required, but I'm gonna select some sample data up here. Okay, there was a problem validating your data. Why is this issue coming? Fix issue. So let me create record like this. Okay, test 1 2 3 department test. So I'm gonna select some test data. So that was giving me some issue, God knows what. But let's try it this way. Okay, let's try it this way. So this time I'll hit on save. So I didn't attached any attachment. I just created, the record got created, right? I just created the record and I just attached the image. But why this attachment is coming? So now if you'll go right in your attachment, there is no attachment. But see, this image is also considered up as attachment only, but it is hidden in this column. Understood? It is hidden in this column, but it is, say, this image type column is also going into attachment. That you have to keep in mind. So that is why, see, the same way you get an attachment, the same way you will get images also. Okay. So here what we are going to do is we are going to say get attachment. So this action we are going to use. So get attachment we will get from this SharePoint list. Okay, from this, that means source SharePoint list. In my case, VK solution, I'll get my attachment. So I'll click on this get attachments. Okay. Once I'll click up here, I'll click on site address. So again, site address is VK solution this time. My list name is going to be table ticket advanced. So it's here. ID. Now it will ask you ID. Now ID, you will select whatever ID we will get from this get items. Remember that. Okay, so get items ID you will select. As soon as we will do this, it will go into loop. See, it is going into loop. Get attachments mean a single record can have multiple attachments. A single record can have multiple attachments. Listen to me very carefully. If I open this record, right, and here if I add attachments, so I can add multiple attachments like this, right? For example, I'm gonna add these three. So I added 3 attachments up here. For single record, for single ID, I created 3 attachments. Okay, so it is saving, it will save. So we will let it save. Okay, so that is why for each record, we will get all the attachments. But see, if you get the attachments, you only get its name and its link. But the data, if you want to get the data of the attachment, you have to use get attachment content action. Okay. So this action is very important, get attachment content. Okay. If you'll not use this one, see, this will not work. Okay. So now again, I'm going to select the site address. The site address is again going to be the same. That is VK solution. List name is going to be, in this case, table, ticket, advanced, and item. See, item is going to be this item. But file identifier is going to be whatever we are getting from this get attachments. Okay. Very careful. So we will go up here. I will select this ID. Okay. I will select this ID. But this file identifier ID will come from this. And as soon as I'll do this, it will again go into loop. For each and every file, we want to get the content. For each and every file, we want to get the content. This is very, very, very important step. Do not miss this step. If you'll miss this step, see, the things will not work. Okay. The things will not work. Believe me. So what I can do is, see, I can, instead of doing it up here, I can move this above this. Okay. So it's totally possible that we can move this one above this. Okay. Or we can bring this one here. It's like, it's doable. Okay. But I just kept it here and this here. See, unnecessary we are running 2 loops because see, both are looping the same list. Okay. This is just to like make you understand. So that is why I created 2 loops. But see, I can like bring them here. Okay. But as of now, just for learning, we will do like this. Okay. So here what I'm getting is I'm getting all the attachments. Okay. Now what I have to do, how to get image type column ka data using get items. So get items se we cannot get image type ka data, as we can see in this, right? So isme we are not getting issue image data. So how do we get issue image data? So as I said, see here, after this or before this, what I can do is click on add action. So in my clipboard, I copy this, right? Send an HTTP request. So I'm going to paste it. Okay. So see, this send an HTTP request is fine. But here now I can select a specific item. So this time I was getting all the items, right? But to get a specific item, what you have to do is within your parenthesis, you can give the ID. You can give your get items ID. So this ID is coming from this get items. Okay. And then again, see, top 5000 is fine. One more parameter you can give. You have to give like and then use this select select equal to, star means to get all the item, comma, so star will get us this, all this. But if you want to get issue image also, so we have to give comma, issue image. So how do I know my image type column name? You have to go to your SharePoint list here, see. So this one has a space in its name, right? But you have to go to this list setting first. So in order to get its actual name, you have to go to the list settings. You have to select your image type column. Where is my image type column? Here it is. It's known as thumbnail. I'll open it. Go to your link. See, go to your link and then copy this name. Okay, after field, see on the top, after fields, it's written equal to issue image. This is very important. Do not miss this step. Okay, if you will give this name right, it will not work. You have to give this name. Okay, whatever the name is coming on the link. So this name I have given up here. Understood? I'll click on save. I will click on save. Very important. Okay, so I saved my flow. So here I will get that image column also in this particular action. In this particular action, I'll get that image, issue image column also. Now in this get attachment content here, what I'll do is I'll search for add attachment. So I will add the attachment to this SharePoint list, to my target SharePoint list. Okay, so this is the action that I'm going to use this time, add attachment. So where I'm inserting this within this inside loop, within this apply to each to loop. Okay, very important. So this time I'm going to select the site address up here. So this time it's going to be practice team. So I will select that. My SharePoint list name is going to be table ticket advanced. So it's at the end, and the ID where it will add an attachment. See, here I am creating the item, right? Here I'm creating the item. So what I'm gonna do is this time I'm gonna like move this up here. Okay, it's saying it's okay. Just move it. See, the reason it's restricting me to do this reason because I've used these. Okay, so I just have to again it's a rework. It's a lot of rework for me. So what I'm doing is I'm just removing these. Okay, no worries. We'll do this later. I know it's a lot of work again, but see, now I'll be able to move it freely at least. Okay, see, I was able to move this. So this one I'll keep it on the top, then get item and all of these. See, this we can delete now. No need for this. Okay, no need for two loops. Then again, I will go up here. I'll click on title. I don't think it will loop again because see, it's already looping this, so it will not loop again. See, index ID with index ID. I know it's again rework for me, but yeah, this I have to do now. So comment with comment, description with description, status value with the status value, priority with priority value, and date created with date created, date closed with date closed, assign to claim with I'll search for claims, assign to claim with assign to claims, cost of work with cost of work, and that's it. My work is done. So very simple. See, this create item. Now see, this item will get created up here. Okay, firstly the items will create it. Now to add the attachment to that item, see, this ID is basically the ID which we will get from this create item. Okay, so see this create, you will see this create item ID. You just have to select this ID up here. Do not select the ID which you are getting from this get items. See, you can make this mistake here. Okay, see, if you'll see up here, there are a lot of IDs. If you'll search for IDs, right, there are a lot of IDs. See, one ID is coming from get attachment, one ID is coming from create item, one ID is coming from get items. You have to select the ID from create item from this. Okay, very important. Then it is asking what is the file name going to be. See, file name will come from get attachment. File name will come from get attachment. Listen to me very carefully. Okay, it will come from get attachment. So just search for where is get attachment. Somewhere it's here. So let's search for name, I guess, or it's called attachment name something. Okay. So get attachments is here, but the name is not coming. So get attachment content, this. Let me scroll down. So here, see, get attachment display name. Okay, done. Then file content will come from get attachment content. So this is very important. See, do not miss any of this step, otherwise you will mess your flow. Okay. So that is the reason why I'm giving you each and every step, because see, if I like go in a flow, you guys can mess. Okay, I don't want that. See, this video is not for just to show off that I can do it. I want you people to do this. Okay, I can do this, but I want you guys to also follow along with me. So yeah, as you can see, I selected correctly, properly, done. Now my attachments will migrate, but what about my image type column? Still my image will not migrate. It will, but partially. Let us see this complete flow in action. I'm very excited to just show you people so how this flow will work. So let us see. Okay, so this time I have 5 rows up here, 1 2 3 4 5. This 5 I'll migrate up here. Okay, so this flow has no error as of now. I'll click on test. There was one warning, but you can ignore that warning. So run flow, and let's click on this run flow, and let's just hope that there is no error. And if there is no error, then it will run successfully in 2 to 5 seconds, I guess. So yeah, depending on the data, and this time we are migrating attachments also, right? So depending on the size of attachments, see, it will take its time, because our attachment can be big and can be small. Mine are like 2-3 MB, so definitely it's gonna take a little bit longer. Okay, so we got one error, query is not valid. Somewhere it is saying send an HTTP request. I messed something up here. Okay, I messed something up here. So let me see where did I messed. Underscore API / list / web / list / get by title. Then here / items. Okay. Question mark top. This seems correct. But let's see here. / API get / item question mark top. So let's just remove this top as of now, and then let's yes, here it will have a question mark, and doesn't seem to have any error. Show image, but okay, seems correct. ID, let me check. The ID is 1. Okay, the ID is 1, so ID is also fine. So let's just test it again. Okay, I'm gonna save it. The top maybe either the problem was in top, or either the problem was in the select. So either one of them could have this problem. So I'm going to run it again, and let us see whether the problem still persists or not. Okay, so let's rerun this, and let's just hope that this time there will be no error. So yeah, it's running, 5 seconds on the clock, and let's just hope that it ran successfully this time. So this time, till now I didn't see any errors. 13 seconds on the clock. So yeah, hoping for the best. So yeah, it is running. Let me refresh. Yes. Previously also it brought the data. Previously also it created the data. Again it is creating the data. Okay. So yeah, it is creating the data. Previously, see, it didn't brought any attachment. This time it is bringing the attachment also. So these 5 were previous ones. So attachment, it was giving error, but this time it is getting the attachment also. But yeah, it's taking a longer time. God knows why. So let's refresh this. So yeah, the data is here. The attachments are here, but the images are not here. And it is saying the flow ran successfully, as you can see up here, right? This time our flow didn't give any sort of issue. Let me go back. Let me click on this run history. It took 55 seconds, which is a little bit longer. But yeah, let me close this new view. I prefer this classic only, but if you want to change to new, you can change this v3 to true, or you can turn this on. Okay. Here, if you will see create item, see this ran successfully. This time, see. In this send an HTTP request to SharePoint, what you will see, if I click on show output, so ignore this, but within body you have this D parameter. Within this D parameter, if you will scroll down, so you will see this issue image, right? And currently this is how Microsoft or this Power Platform or Power Automate want us to feed image type of data. This is the format. Okay, I'm gonna copy this whole line, just this whole line, and gonna open Notepad, and in Notepad I'm gonna paste it. Okay, in Notepad I'm gonna paste this, and I'm gonna zoom up a little bit. So this is how this column is expecting the value. Okay, now you can ask me, hey Vinay, when we were using add attachment, right, or add item, then we were not getting issue image column. So how do we create issue image then from this? See, I'm just gonna tell you from this, it's not possible. So you have to use, again, send an HTTP request. This time we have to send a post request. Previous to this, we were sending get request. See, this one was get request. Now what we will do is we will send post request to create new record at the backend. Okay, so post record is used to create record at the backend. Okay, very important, very important. Do not miss this point. Okay, so here what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna send again an HTTP request. So I'm gonna click on add an action. Okay, and this time again send an HTTP request to SharePoint. It will definitely come up here. Okay, so I'll select this. Again, I'm gonna select this point. This time my SharePoint site is going to be where I'm gonna create the record. So my target list is practice team. So I will select that. And I wanna create record. So create clip, we will use post method. Okay. The URI, the sample URI is written up here, /API_web/lets. So again, the same thing we will replicate. So let me replicate. Okay, and here we will write, I have used get by title, right? So I can show you get by ID also if you guys are interested. How do we do get by ID? See, you have to do get by ID single quote. Now see where you will get the ID of your list, right? If you'll ask me, hey Vinay, where we will get the ID of this list. So again, you just have to go to this list settings. Okay, again you have to go to this list settings, and if you'll go to the list settings on the top, if you'll see, right, see list is equal to this. This is your list ID. Okay, just copy this, go up here, and let me just zoom in so that you people can see it very clearly, and I can also see it very clearly. And I'll paste this link up here. Okay, so this is our item or our site list. Okay, so list ID is on the top link. Okay, so I'll go back. Now I've copied the list. Again, the same step. I have to write /items. Now which item I want to update within, see again, it's items, not temps. Okay, within single quote I have to give ID. Now your question is which ID, whether this ID or create item ID. So definitely this create item ID, right? Because this time I'm talking about this, the ones which will get in the future. So I'm going to delete all this row so that we will run this again. This time I got the attachment. If I open any one of these, right, so you will see the attachment also. See, all the 3 attachments are coming, but only the image column is not, it's not migrating that. Okay, so that is why I'm going to select all, and this time I'm going to delete. Okay, and again I have 2 rows in this particular target SharePoint site. Then here what I was trying to do, see, ID, I have to select which ID if you'll ask me. See, I will select create. See this create item ID. Okay, do not select this get attachments ID or this ID. Okay, see, I know you can go wrong here, so that is why, see, I'm emphasizing more on this. Okay, don't get me wrong. See, again, I know I'm just blabbling a lot, but again, I don't want you people to make mistakes. Okay, in header, you have to see, this is very important. You have to type exactly what I'm typing. Content type. Now see, I can explain you this. See, the content type means what type of content you are giving, okay, to this HTTP request. So the content is JSON. So we have to type like this: application/JSON, like this, semicolon, O data is equal to verbose. So this is the format. You can Google also and you will get this format. Okay, Then what kind of output we accept? We accept again the same kind of output, same output we need output in JSON only. So again, you will copy whatever you have typed up here and you'll paste. Okay, it's better if you just Google this and if you don't want to make mistake. Okay, x-stp method. So this is also important. Okay, our method is going to be merge. Reason, see, post can also create a new record, but it can also update the record. So here we are updating the record actually. See, this record firstly will get created by this create item. So record will get created, but we want to update. So that is the reason why x-stp method merge is very important. Okay, and then this if match parameter is also important. Okay, so we will do it like this. So if we will follow all this step, this one I forgot, this also do something. Okay, it matches with like all the columns or something. Okay, but these three I remember clearly. You can just do a little bit chat GPT on this. It will explain you what all these are. Okay, once you do this, see, body this time is very, very, very important. Okay, so body mein what you have to do, you have to write some JSON. So see, the JSON that I'm typing, you have to type exactly like the way I will be typing. Okay, you can get this JSON also. I mean, you will get this JSON from this action. See, I copied this part, right? I forgot to copy some other part also, like underscore metadata or something like that. You have to copy that. So this one I can copy. This is totally fine. I can go up here. See, first of all, what you have to do is within let me press enter. Within double quote, you just have to write underscore metadata. Spelling, do not mess up. Okay, let me little bit zoom in so that you people don't make mistakes. So two underscore are there. Underscore metadata. Then this colon will be outside the double quote. Okay, then our curly bracket will start. Our curly bracket will close. Okay, within our curly bracket, we will, let me write like this. We will use double quote. We will write type. Okay, colon. And see, this you have to write exactly like this. sp.data. Then your list name. Okay, my list name is this. I will copy this name, but this name has some problem. Okay, now if you'll ask me, hey Vinay, what is the problem? The problem is this underscore. Okay, because this JSON doesn't understand underscore. Underscore in JSON is something like this. Underscore x005f underscore again. So this is the code for underscore. Okay, so if your name also has underscore, you have to give this code. If your name has a space, so again you will give the code. I will even tell you how you can get this name. So don't worry about this. Okay, once you gave the name right. So here, after giving the name, see, here you have to give your list name. After this name, you have to write list item. This is very important. You have to write this L capital, I capital. Okay, do not make mistake. And then double quote closed. So this and this metadata is done. Once this is done, you will put comma and you will press enter. And this I've copied, right? I'll copy this issue image and I'll paste it up here. Okay, whatever column you want to update, this post can update even other columns also. It can update this date, text, any column. Okay, this has that much amount of power. So, but here we have already created all the record, but we just wanted to give the image, right? So image mein there are basically, if you'll see this JSON, right, you have the file name, you have the there are two parameters actually. Original name ko even if you skip this, right, it will not give you any error. So I can just simply ignore that. Okay, and I can keep it till here, no issues. Okay, just you can give the file name and it will work. But now the question is, hey Vinay, how we will get the file name, right? This name is a static. How we will get the file name in the dynamic fashion, right? Here I'll write file name dynamic. Okay, underscore dynamic. How do we get the file name in the dynamic fashion? So in order to get the file name dynamic fashion from this action, what you have to do is you have to click up here. See, you have to click up here, click on add action. You have to search for compose. Okay, and let me duplicate this tab So what I'm doing is I'm duplicating this tab. I'll go to my flows. Okay, then I'll go to this this flow run history. It will be easier for me actually. That's the reason why I'm doing this. I'll get that. See this. What I'm doing is I will get this. Okay. So I just want to get this raw API ka data, right? So this is what I was telling you. Metadata bracket, and see my list name is this. Very simple. If I would have just copied this, I don't want all these things, but yeah, if you copy this whole thing, then also it's fine. Okay, so you can just copy this whole thing and you can go up here and you can definitely paste it up here. No issues. Okay, no issues. But see, ID and this URI is of different list. So better you can remove this parameter. Just keep type up here. Okay, because I'm see this HTTP request, if you see this run flow, is for this list. Okay, that is this VK solution. I am using HTTP request for this list now, practice team. So that's the issue there. Okay, so you have to remove that. Okay, so this one is fine, but issue image. So I'll go up here. Where is my issue image? So I'll see. Okay, this is where my issue image is, right? So how do I get this image name in the dynamic fashion? How do I get this? So first of all, what I will do is I will copy. I can wait a sec. Let me copy from this curly bracket, or let me copy from this curly bracket. Okay, and I think it's still here. So I'll copy this whole part. I'll go up here. Now what I'll do is here I created this compose, right? So I'll select this compose. I'll click on this compose up here. Now here what I have to do is, see, very important. You have to write one expression. So I'm first of all I'll go to this dynamic content, and here not get items, but I'm gonna use this HTTP, send an HTTP request to SharePoint. This action ka body I'll use. I'm gonna control C, copy it, go to my expression. I'm gonna paste it up here. Okay, remove the curly bracket from it, from the starting. Remove this @ sign. Remove this curly bracket. So it's pure like this body and this. So this body is nothing but this. From this point, I don't want from this point, I want from this point, from D. So what I'll do is I'll put a question mark and then square bracket, then I'll write D. Within this D, what I want is I don't want this D actually. D has so many things. From this D, I just want issue image. See this one. So again the same thing I'll do. After D, I'll use again single quote and just paste this. Okay. But this is, if you will see, this is not JSON actually. This is a text. See, it's all written within double quote. It's a text. If you want to convert this to JSON, prior to this, just write JSON. So JSON function convert our string to JSON. JSON string. Okay. Okay, this. Now if I have to use the content of this JSON, the content of this JSON will contain two parameters. One is file name and one is original something. It is original image name. I only need file name. So how to get this file name dynamic up here? See, currently if I'll click up here, right? If I'll search for file name will not come. See, file name is not coming. How will I get file name from this JSON? So we got our JSON. Now we have to parse this JSON. Okay, so how do we parse the JSON? Again, you can use compose. You can use compose action. Here you can click and okay, wait. There is an action called parse JSON. So let me delete this. I'm gonna again click on new action and I'll search for parse, PARSE, and I think it will come. If it will not come, just search for data operation. Yeah, it is coming. But you can click on this data operation, and within data operation you will get this parse JSON. Okay, in content you have to select, see, very important, we have to select the output of this. Okay, the output of this. Done. This is selected. Schema is very important. Generate from sample you can click, but see, in our case this is the JSON and I've already copied it up here. So what I can do is I can copy from this curly bracket to this curly bracket. Let me just copy this. I'll go up here. I'll click on generate sample and I'll paste it. And I'll hit on done. Yes, it does contain some issues. So what I can do is I can remove this escape signs. Okay, so no need for this escape signs. And then I don't want this part. Just close my curly bracket. So let me just copy this. If you guys have any if you want what I'm doing, right, I'm just doing like this. Okay. Just remove the double quotes. So this is what I'm writing. So you if you have any doubts, right, you can even remove this. You can write text here. Just copy this part. Okay. And if I copy this part, if I paste this part up here, if I'll hit on done, so see, it's done. That's how simple it is. Okay. Then you will click up here, and then simply here where I've written file name dynamic, I'll select this whole part. I'll select, see this part JSON, I'm getting this file name, right? I'll select file name, and that's it. It's so much work, but yeah, we are done. Now let's just test it out. Okay, I'll save everything. Now let me just show you here. I don't have any data from this list as of now. This 5 rows will get created up here with all the data this time. Okay, so let's hit on test manual and let's just run the flow. Okay, I'm so excited that I know it's gonna work. But yeah, we ran into some issue previously because of the top action. We can again ran into issues, but let's see. Okay, it should definitely work this time. As we know, it is taking a little bit longer, right, to see the records started to get created, right? So firstly, what is happening? The records are created and the attachments are also getting created. Okay, so the records are getting created, attachments are also getting created. It got failed also, but yeah, let's hope it so yeah, it started to work. Maybe it's well, let's wait unless it ran fully. We don't know where this error is actually. Okay, so data is migrating. I can see if I'll open this, the attachments. Yes, the attachments are there. So yeah, with time all the attachments will come, but image, I think the problem is with this send an HTTP request. So we will see. Invalid JSON expected comma was found. Okay, might be I made some mistake while writing this. Okay, so let me just copy this whole thing. I'll go to my notepad. I'll press Ctrl Z. I'll compare it with this. Okay, so whatever. See, this one seems absolutely fine. So this one I don't have to check. Just the thing that I have to check is these two. So file name, just match it. Reserved image attachment 10 underscore issue image 32 underscore this dot png slash. This looks okay to me. It doesn't have any issue actually. This doesn't have any issues. God knows. Okay. Let us see this error. Invalid JSON expected comma was. Oh, see here I missed a small comma. I'm so sorry. So here I missed the comma. Okay. See, after this metadata, when I copy pasted it, right, that comma got messed up. So here, see, a small comma messed up my whole plan to run it in one go. Okay, so it's okay if errors are there. Errors are fine. See, that comma got placed here. Okay, so I removed that extra comma from there and I put comma here. Okay, so yeah, this time it should definitely work. This time I'm gonna save. Okay, so again we have to delete this data. Okay, and again we will migrate. Okay, so the whole thing is taking a little bit longer than expected, but again, at least it works, right? So definitely you can improve the performance by tweaking few things. Okay, but yeah, the base concept of migrating the images is using this get attachments and then send an HTTP request. Okay, so you have to be little bit advanced on APIs if you are trying to implement this. Okay, so this time I don't think it will fail. It will migrate all the data and our image will also get migrated. And if you are following along with me, you should also be able to do this by now. Correct. So let's wait unless I give my final verdict on this. Okay. So we'll wait. Okay. So let us see. Yeah, data started to get migrated, and this time we are getting our images also, guys. So as you can see these images got migrated. I'm so happy that this time at least it worked. So if I'll refresh, I'll see other rows also with images. Awesome, right? Awesome. Everything is getting migrated this time. No issues. Okay. So this is how we migrate image type column and other data type columns from one SharePoint list to another SharePoint list. I know it's a little bit complex than what you have expected. Correct. But see, the base concept, if you are clear with the fundamentals, right? The fundamentals are just the same. See, you are getting all the items, but get items doesn't get us attachments and image type column. To get attachment and image type column, we have to use get attachments. When we use get attachment, it only get the name and the URI. It doesn't get the attachment data. To get the attachment data, we have to use this get attachment content data. Okay, to get the image type column name and what type of data it need, I have to use this send an HTTP request. Okay, so here what I got was, I got this. How the image data it is expecting, the API is expecting. Okay, so once I got this data, the same data I pasted in this send an HTTP request when I was doing post. Okay, so here issue image pe I did the same thing. Okay, then I wrote that query. Then basic things that you should know, that firstly, see, this was the JSON in text. Okay, so this was a string, I converted it into JSON. And this JSON, I only wanted file name, so I used this parse JSON to get that file name. So it was getting me both, which is excellent, but I only wanted file name. Then I have gone up here, and this file name I have used up here dynamically, right? So that is how the whole thing is working. Okay, so now let me go up here. Let me just refresh it so that I can show you that all the data got migrated. See this last one, the image is here. Here also you will not see the image up here. See, it's hidden properly. And you are able to see your attachments up here. Let me open one so that you can see it's working perfectly. If I open this is also working perfectly. If I open this is also working perfectly. Okay, the reason why it was taking a little bit long, because I had one video. So this video I think is of it's 20-30 MB, so that is why it's taking longer time. Okay, but yeah, if you have shorter images, it will run really fast. Okay, it won't take like 1 minute or so just to migrate 5 records if your attachments are less of size. Okay, so yeah, this is it about this session. I hope you people are also able to implement this, right? And again, I try to always give you guys the quality content. You guys deserve it. Okay, and since you are following me, subscribing me, so it means a lot to me. I'll keep on bringing excellent content like this. I'm so sorry I'm not able to post videos daily because getting stuck in work and so many things. But yeah, I'll try to give you quality content as quick as possible. Okay, so thank you so much for watching this one. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, do subscribe. And do like this video, do share it with your colleagues who are struggling to migrate the data from one SharePoint list to another. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Till then, take care. Goodbye.